What's it mean for this team just in general to have another top 15 win as you guys continue to prove yourselves as kind of the brand new team that you are?
They're great. I mean, I can't really speak too much on it, but I think it definitely instills confidence in us that we can compete with anybody in the country. And we're excited to play whoever steps on the court with us. Yeah, it's really exciting.
It seemed tonight you were just really, really emotional in a good way. It's like you were bringing the energy. Is that something that maybe Pope has talked to you about, just bringing more energy? Because you really seem to have turned it up.
Nah, actually Pope came up to me during a shoot-around. He let me know, like, he knows that I'm playing against my former team, but at the end of the day, it's just another game. And I mean, I took that to heart, and I feel like I did a great job of that tonight.
Jaxson, what are your thoughts on Ortega Oweh's poster dunk?
That was crazy. I was in the corner because I had like something messed up on my thumb, so I was bleeding, and I looked over, and Ortega was just in the air, just dunking on the dude. It was wild, but
you think that's
definitely Sports Center top 10.
Sports Center top 10?
Probably number one. It has to be. It has to be.
Jaxson, Coach Pope said that this right now is the most well-rounded basketball you've been playing. Playing for him for so long, can you kind of touch on what that means for your confidence right now?
I don't think it has anything to do with scoring. I think it has to do with all the little things like defending and rebounding. Those are two areas that I've been really trying to improve ever since I left the draft this past summer. So just trying to keep chipping away and hopefully just prove that I can do both.
For you guys to out-rebound a team like that by 10, what does that say about this team? Because I know the word soft has been floated around. What's that say about you guys?
Coach Pope had talked about it, but this team is just he said that he doesn't know if he's been around a team that just is better students of the game. When we need something fixed, we always are going to figure out a way to fix it, and I think we've done that every single game since we came here to Kentucky, and I think it's showing.
Did you get a sense that people have been kind of testing to see how tough you guys could respond?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's the toughest conference in America, so we know what we're signing up for, and we just got to make sure that we go and get a hit, rebound every single time, and are tough defensively.
Jaxson, you had a couple of games where you struggled. I mean, that's no secret, and you really bounced back the last two, the most you've scored in a two-game stretch in your career. But when you missed those first 3 or 4, even 5 tonight, what kept you going and saying, hey, I can do this, and get back in that rhythm and not kind of falling into that lull that had happened earlier in the season?
My teammates, my coaches, just let me know it was going to be all right, and regardless of if I miss them or not, keep shooting the next open one. And I did a great job of just taking what was given to me, and I knocked them down.
Is that what Coach Pope has been kind of preaching to you before that, or before these past two games? Just like go out there, and if you hit them, great. If not, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, regardless if the shot's going in or not, I can't let it affect the rest of my game, and I think I'm gradually getting to the point where I feel more confident in myself in that way, and I think it's starting to show.
What have you seen from Travis Perry these last few games that he's getting this kind of shot with Kerr, obviously, unfortunately, down?
No, it's great. He's been stepping up huge. Every time he gets on the court, he looks way more comfortable. So I'm excited for TP. He's got a bright future, and I think these minutes and being able to be coached by Jason Hart and be mentored by Lamont Butler, one of the best point guards in the country, like, I mean, if I was a freshman and I had that, it'd be crazy. So I feel really happy for him, and I'm excited just to see his progress and growth.
Yeah, Kerr is a hype man.
Yeah, exactly. Kerr too.
Amari told us that he watches Travis compete against Lamont every day in practice, so he knows he's got complete confidence when he gets out there in these games that there's nobody that's going to replicate what he sees from Lamont every day.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like you said, they're competing every day. Travis never shies away from competition, and I think it's showing out there on the court.
How much better is he from the day he walked on campus to now?
I mean, I think it's just his poise, just being out on the court, being savvy, taking all the right shots, making all the right reads. And he's, like I said, just a student of the game. So the mistakes he does make, he makes sure he goes back and fixes them, corrects them, and he's just a great teammate.
It was a scrappy game. I think they said the most turnovers you guys have had this season, but to still be able to pull away with a win, what do you think that says about your group?
Relentless. We're great on the glass. I think that was probably the key focus going into this game, and we did a great job of that.
All you got to do now is get ready for number 4 Alabama. What's it like playing somebody every game that has a number in front of them like you guys?
Couldn't ask for anything better. We came to SEC knowing we signed up for and playing the best competition in the country. So we're excited to get out there and compete on Saturday.
10 rebounds better than A&M tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was something we knew going into the game the past few days. We worked on it in practice, so just seeing it, kind of perform in the game to see how the team handled it was great.
How much have you adjusted to the SEC? Because Pope was saying that you were used to knocking over guys and getting called for fouls, but now it's really physical. Do you like that?
I mean, I still get called for fouls, but I still like the physicality for sure, especially on, like you said, rebounding. It's not, you can't just put a body, you can actually push someone, It's kind of just the physicality I love it right now, so it's great.
What's the biggest thing you've learned about trying to use your body and just establish yourself? Is it hitting early? Is it something during the process of the ball being in the air? How have you adapted to that?
I mean, you just can't relax. I don't think you can stand up for any play because the bigs are great out here. They're just going to seal you and duck you in. So that's something I've done better, but I'm still learning at the same time. So I'll say that.
Just in general, to get another top 15 win, this is your 5th of the season, and 2nd in a row. What does that mean for this team?
It means a lot at the end of the day. It's another game. We're doing great right now. Just keep moving forward for the next one. But just knowing that we're performing in tougher games when people may have doubted us, it's a great thing. So.
We just asked Buzz Williams, the big coach, about you, and he said, he looked at the stat sheet, number 22, oh, I love him. And he referred to you as a point guard, probably the biggest point guard in the country. How much pride do you take in that part of your game?
Just finding my open teammates, even if it's not bringing the ball down the court, just finding open shooters, setting screens, and just kind of trying to do everything for the team. I feel like that's something important.
Do you see Jaxson really growing in his game, and in what ways can he do?
I mean, yeah, for sure. His confidence is getting better, and I feel like that's what it is for everyone on his team. Whoever has a shooting slump or just a period where they don't feel like they're performing well, just giving them the confidence back, and we're glad that Jaxson got it back and performing like that.
Amari, with how they
last today, I mean, you guys outrated about them about 10. You got a monster. Yeah, that was great.
Just working on hitting. I think like the first 2 possessions, we didn't even look to get the rebound. The balls were bouncing on the floor, and we turned around. So just having that kind of effort and just something we've worked on, just showing how our guys are able to just turn around and do something like that.
Amari, Texas A&M plays such a physically demanding style of basketball. There were a couple calls that probably could have gone your way, didn't go your way down low, especially with how they rebound the ball. How do you guys not let frustration kind of set in those moments? And for you specifically, being down low in those moments, how do you deal with that physicality?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as a team, when something doesn't go our way, we just turn it into energy. And I feel like that's when you see us flex and start yelling and things like that, and it helps us. So I feel like that's just the main thing. And, we can't really change any calls. Whatever's said is said, and that's just how we look at it.
Buzz Williams was just very complimentary of your style of play, especially how you've been able to pass the ball. Where's that court vision come from against a team like Texas A&M, where they're so good at clogging up the rim?
I mean, it was tough tonight. I feel like the first 3 possessions where I got the 3 assists, but there was great defensively knocking us off our spots. And, they know that we cut well, and they kind of took that away. But I feel like guys like Jax, Kobe, Ortega, like even Travis Perry when he came in, they're great shooters, and that's something you can never really take away, especially when we have so many of them. So
there's no team in the country right now that has 5 wins over a top 15 team except you guys. You got a 6 top 15 team coming in on Saturday. What has this stretch been like, and how do you guys keep it on to the next one?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Like you said, we'll probably have film tomorrow, flush this game out, and get ready for Alabama. So, just taking it one game at a time and not really looking at the rankings and see what's playing. I feel like that's how mindset goes towards.
It's kind of the heart and soul out there for you guys. What's it mean in times when he has to come out, gets dinged up or fouls, that Travis can come in and give you those moments like he did tonight?
I mean, like we said, him going up against Lamont all summer was, a blessing for him. And I feel like any guard who he sees, it's not going to be a problem. That kind of showed tonight. He was comfortable bringing the ball up, comfortable hitting open shots and driving to the basket, dishing. So that's just something we always knew Travis was able to do, and I'm glad that he's showing it tonight.
Can you feel the energy and Rupp when he makes a big shot, how the fans react?
Yeah, for sure. Travis doesn't really show emotion, so we have to show emotion for him. But yeah, we definitely have.
You talked a lot about the rebounding. How much does it help you when a guard like Jaxson Robinson can grab 8 for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big emphasis, just the bigs, just not letting our guys get the rebound and the guards coming to get it. So it was glad that he was able to do that along with the other guards too. So it helps us a lot.
Do you have a good vision or a good visual of Otega's style?
I mean, I did. I was kind of like, he was guarding me, so I was able to see it. But he's been trying the past few games. He's tried at Florida, tried at Georgia, so we're glad that he got it tonight.
Coach Pope says, bring a spark when you're in there and take advantage of the opportunities that are given.
Talk about your team's, defensive adjustment over the season, especially tonight in the first half when the shots weren't falling and that kept you guys in the game.
Yeah, the first half was pretty sloppy. A lot of our offense was a little bit stagnant. We weren't getting everything we wanted. So that's when the defensive side of the ball has to come in. I felt like we did a really good job getting stops, stringing together stops, and most importantly, hitting to get the defensive rebounds. And that led to some offense for us. And then finally, when we started hitting shots in the second half, it busted it open. So I think that just being defensive-minded really leads to a good offensive production from us. So I think that was very important for us tonight.
Is that something Pope preaches to you guys as being defensive-minded? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. After a couple of the games, we struggled with ball screen defense. Ohio State, we struggled a little bit with it. We got burned on some rejects and ball screens. So kind of taking more pride in it, I think is something we did. We talk every day. He starts practice telling us that we're going to be prideful on the defense side of the ball, and we're going to really get better at defense today. And I think when you put together days like that, I know A&M is a heavy reject team, and I didn't feel like they got a ton on us. So I think that whenever you start thinking about the defensive mind more than the offense, I think it works for us well.
You see your boys won tonight? Won the LAs?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I wasn't. I knew that.
Dad was worried about you.
Yeah. I talked to him before the game. He was just texting me just now, but he didn't tell me whether they won or lost. Yeah. How many they win by? Do you know? No. That's good. That's good.
For you to step up and get more minutes and now contribute in the scoring column, what does that say about your game and how much more comfortable you're getting?
Yeah, I think the comfort is just kind of coming from a lot of factors, more reps, obviously, and just being more confident out there, being more decisive. That's something that I'll keep crediting it to. Just being able to learn from those guys that have played many reps of college basketball in Lamont and Kerr and go out there and put what they tell me into action.
Tell me about Jackson's performance. When you have him step up after missing the first couple shots and then come out and score 22, what does that do for the team?
Yeah, Jackson's a guy that doesn't matter how many shots he misses, he's going to make the next one in my eyes. So that was something that, kind of going back to the last question, the confidence, like we have immense confidence in each other. That's something I know every time I was telling him, keep shooting it, and they're eventually going to fall. And when they do, the lid's off the basket, he can go crazy like he did at Mississippi State or he can here. So it's just really good to have a guy that can space the floor for us like that. I mean, he's a weapon, he draws two, and it makes the offense for everybody else so much easier.
When you guys put together another top 15 win, fifth on the season, what does that say about this group? Because you were relatively or completely unknown as a team going into the season.
Yeah, the SEC is full of top 15, top 10, top 5 teams. So that's something that we're going to have to do a lot, I think, throughout the season. So it's good to get some practice at it now, but also just the toughness that we play with. Like every game is a different matchup. Every game, the opposing team will be doing different things. But the consistent is that they're a good basketball team that plays hard, and I feel like we're really adjusting to the personnel well, adjusting to the scout well. That's taken us a long way, but also we're getting tougher. Like we're there was a little bit of talk about us being soft or whatever. I feel like we're getting a lot tougher and playing with a little bit of chip on our shoulder, and that's big.
You talked a lot about defense in general, but just looking at the three-point numbers, they had 7 in the first half, 0 in the second. Was there something specific you all did perimeter defensively, or was that just how it worked out today?
There was a little bit. They hit some shots that we wanted them to take in the scout. They had a couple guys that aren't normally making threes that made them in the first half. So I think we were kind of happy with those looks that they were getting, but also I think just our competitiveness came up a little bit out there. We were a little bit tougher through ball screens, not getting good rotations, and I think we rotated well in the second half and played a little bit harder in the first half. It was a little bit sloppy, so there wasn't as much energy, and I think our energy kind of picked up and helped on defense.
Nobody brought more energy than Otega away on that dunk. Did you have a good angle to see it actually happen?
I had a great angle. Yeah, it was awesome. I watched the big come out of the bottom and go up to contest, and was like slow motion. So I'm sure I'll see that a lot on Twitter tonight.
Yeah, he's been close the last couple of games.
He has. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, every time he goes in there, it seems like he's coming from the right wing, from the 45, going down. The big comes out of the bottom, and he tries it every time. So I was glad to see that one go down.
When the shots aren't falling early in the game, how did you guys as a team
want to keep that confidence going to stay?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a motto for us is just keep shooting. Like we've got to keep getting shots. You got to keep getting shots up to make them. So when we miss a couple, we can't stop shooting. And I think we kind of all have confidence in each other, knowing that we, I think this team puts in more work than anybody in the country, in my opinion. Like the guys really get up shots, so that's something that's important for just morale of the team. But just keep shooting them, and they'll eventually fall.
Where is your comfort level right now? Coach Popke's saying that kind of the main thing with you is just get more comfortable, especially against this kind of caliber of competition.
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely getting more comfortable. Obviously, at a couple of first SEC games, it's good to get comfortable in those, playing a couple of tough road environments. But I think every game I'll continue to get more comfortable just learning things about the game. Like it's important in college basketball for the game to slow down for you, and I think I'm getting to that point a little bit. But there's always more that you can learn every game. So I think I'll become more comfortable every game.
So when you're out there and just zeroed in on the game and focused, do you feel the energy and the reaction when you hit a big shot like that? Your teammates said you can't tell with Travis because he keeps the same face no matter what.
Yeah, I do tend to keep the same face, but no, I definitely feel it. It's hard not to. Like it. Then when the crowd pops, it's really just a huge amount of energy for myself and the whole team. Like that's something that gets us going and can catapult a couple of runs for us. But it's obviously cool to have those moments out there. I normally notice it when I'm running back on defense, get set on defense a little bit, get to smile or something for a second, and then lock in on defense.
Jaxson talked about the role that Jason Hart has been playing in your progression. He also mentioned Kurt Carissa. How do you feel like Coach Hart has helped you since you've had to take on more minutes, a bigger role, and then Kerr as well?
A ton. Coach Hart is one of the best point guard coaches I think there is. Like he's so dialed in on our progression. Just being able to help me on both sides of the ball, but really I think I would attribute a lot of the comfort to him. Just telling me anytime I go in there to be quick to shoot it. Like he knows how much work I put in, how much confidence I have in myself to shoot the ball, and really gives me a lot of confidence to do that. And just play free. That's something he's always talking about. Play free. Like playing basketball is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be any pressure. And I think I'm kind of getting that point.
You talked earlier in the year when we talked with you after a game of just you're getting used to running the offense, not just hitting shots, not just being out there. How more comfortable are you feeling? It seems like you're bringing the ball up more, you're initiating the offense more. What about the flow of the point guard position? How's that coming?
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm definitely getting more comfortable in that position as well. Just being able to handle the pressure. A lot of that comes from Lamont picking me up full court every day in practice. But just being confident in myself, knowing the coaches have confidence in me out there and trying to make plays. Being more on attack instead of getting attacked is, I think, something that's important.
Travis Jaxson obviously played a former team this night. He said, "Oh, it was just another game," and asked Amari about that. He's like, "Well, have you ever seen Jaxson get attacked?" And so, did you notice a little bit of an extra edge or intensity to Jaxson? Maybe you got seen some other games this year.
I mean, I think for anybody when you're playing against your previous team, there's a little bit of an edge. But Jax is always laser focused coming into it, and getting pretty excited when he's hitting shots. He was hitting a couple shots there. I don't think it was worthy of a tech, but it's always good to see a guy like that that's so mild in his demeanor. Do something to kind of spark the game up a little bit. It kind of gets the team fired.
What was your vantage point of the tech? You didn't think it was worthy. I mean, I guess.
I was on the bench at that moment, so I was watching it kind of down the sideline. But I mean, I felt like it was just kind of a little celebration. Like if he would have did it to our bench, it would have been fine. So I liked it though. It was good. It got the team a little bit fired up. I think we went on a little bit of a run after that, so it was good.
Thanks, Travis.